we co-founded the company Meller. Who of you knows Meller? Okay, that's a lot of people. that's how it should be. That's one of our best ad pictures in the first years. That's why we always use it. So, as you know, we started doing sunglasses. Okay, selling sunglasses, and we found that the best way for us to sell these products is Instagram and Facebook. Okay, so very important. For the whole night, when any of us speakers mentions Facebook, we mean, of course, Instagram and Facebook. Because we bought them and it's just one click and you do Instagram ads. All right? So we started doing sunglasses, and we saw that our sales come to 90% from Facebook. So now we spend a couple of millions every year on Facebook. So we have to, for me, it's like I have to be very, very good at it. So it's all I do since 5 years is doing Facebook ads. And we're doing very colorful sunglasses. And then we thought about a name, and we're like, there's one animal that changes the color. What's this animal? Chameleon. The biggest chameleon in Africa is called Meller. And that's why the company is also called Meller. In the beginning, we had a round, and we got 42,000 euros from investors. And we tried to listen to their advice sometimes. And then we asked them, okay, in the summer we sell our sunglasses, but in the winter, it's very hard to sell sunglasses. So we asked them if we should do watches also. And they told us, no, like stick with what you're good at and keep doing only sunglasses. So what did we do? We ignored the investors and rolled out watches. And actually, this is like one of the first sharings. Don't always listen to your investors, okay? Listen to them, and normally they are smart and good advice. But in this case, they even said that they are sorry, and it's good that we didn't listen to them in the end. Because now half revenue comes from watches, so these watches, and half from sunglasses. So we are very happy, and yeah, without Facebook we wouldn't be here, and that's the reason why I do only Facebook ads since 5 years. And my personal goal is to be one of the two or three best experts in Facebook ads in Germany and Spain. And for that, if I only sell sunglasses and watches, you can never get there. That's why I also help a lot of companies. So if you have a cool project or so, I like to help cool projects. So probably the next one will be BMW, for example, and like help them to get better with Facebook ads. All right. But now let's come back to this image. I put this image because Facebook ads, for me, you should think out of the box. It should not only be about your main purpose. So our main purpose is obviously selling sunglasses and watches. But we also use Facebook ads if we need to hire people. So we don't use LinkedIn for that. We can get better people doing Facebook ads and targeting them. Okay, so we do use also Facebook for that. And also if we want to seem very big, so this should maybe stay in secret, but okay. When we had a deal with Volkswagen, we actually had to seem very big before we made the deal, because they don't do deals with a startup of 4 people. Now we're 32, but we were 4 people back then. So we actually told Facebook, give us the most amount of comments and likes under this picture. And then we had a picture of 155,000 likes, and we targeted only the postal code of Headquarter of Volkswagen. And we told Facebook, okay, show it to every person who is in this headquarter 3 times a day for a week. Because we had the meeting just after that. And of course we got the deal with Volkswagen. You know, so you can also think out of the box. So mostly use it for your main purpose, whether this is app installs, getting leads, selling products, but think out of the box, okay? That's very important, like be creative. And most importantly, have fun doing it. Like for me, I'm really having a lot of fun, and like a little child, get excited. The more you have fun doing it, the more you get better at it. A/B testing and having fun. But of course, there's a ton of tests, a ton of hacks you can do with the algorithm once you know how to use it well. So let's jump into that. So this is the first part, how the algorithm looks like. And of course, it sucks to explain it this way, okay? That's why I'm gonna explain it on the board and draw it for you. All right, can everyone see this here?
Yes.
Even in the sides?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So that was pretty much one of the first times we went to the headquarters of Facebook. So the moment you start spending over 1.5 million euros, they invite you a lot. Because they love you, not because because you're nice, but they love your money. And that's how they are. And they want to teach you, so that soon you spend maybe 7 million a year, because they're like, if you teach the big companies, the chances that they spend more is the highest. So actually for us, In the beginning, when we were smaller, we have no support. I'm sure many of you, who has the problem, they have no support. So Facebook, there's a couple of things they do really, really good. This thing, they're really bad at this. The support when you're smaller is horrible, and I know this. Once you spend a lot, the support is amazing, but there's no middle thing, okay? So, but that's why I'll help you here, and Patrick and Andrea will help you a lot. So one of the first things they told us, like how the basics of the algorithm work, and I'll give you a fast summary of this. So what you want to do is you want to target very, very broad. So of course you can do lookalike targeting, interest targeting. All of this was cool, it worked good in the past. Now the best thing is mostly broad targeting, okay? So let's say, in this case, let's target 1.8 million people. So official recommendation is targeting 800,000 to 2 million people. Sometimes we go even higher, no? We can go 2.5 million, but try to go above 800,000 people always. That's one of the big takeaways. So here in this case, how it looks like if you target 1.8 million people. So we have here 1.8 million points. That's where Ingo is like the one with the points, no? Because he's already seen it. He asked me before. So we have 1.8 million people in this case. And now we can be any company. We can have app installs. Let's say for this example, we want to sell shoes, okay? So we have a company wanting to sell shoes. Now we have this 1.8 million people that could be potential customers. So we just target, let's say we target France, male 18 to 40. That's all we do, okay? And it feels very wrong. It doesn't feel right to like not do nothing. You know, it feels like I'm being lazy. But actually that's kind of the best way to use Facebook these days, to let the algorithm do more of the work, because it can do way better job than you can do by your segmenting. And the numbers will tell you, no? So everything I tell you today, go home and A/B test it. If yours works better, perfectly fine. But if what I tell you works better, then keep on doing this. But always A/B test it. Like don't never blindly trust me. The number is always key, no? It's all data driven. So if your company is different, fully fine. But for most companies, and I helped 83 companies, this is a better approach. So what we would do, we would target 1.8 million people here, and now we make an amazing ad. So in this case, one very, very good ad example at the moment is a vertical ad, of course, okay? Because you pay the same if you do a square or vertical ad. And of course, when you scroll through the news feed, it's you have much more time, so people can get stuck on it much easier. So do vertical ads, vertical video ads, the best. But there's one thing even better, vertical video ads, where the top part is a video, the second part is an image. Actually, I'm going to make this big here, so for the last rows. So for me, currently the best practice is these kind of ads, where you actually upload a video file to Facebook. So Facebook, the algorithm is tricked and thinks it's a video, but actually this is a video, like lifestyle video. This is the text. Let's say for shoes, you put 20% discount. And then here, this is an image of the shoe. So you actually have image, video. Okay? So you take a lot of size of it, and you have actually the whole funnel that you have to build in one. So this is currently a very, very good practice. We tried it a couple of companies, and it performed way better. So try this for sure. But coming back to the algorithm now, you want to put this ad to the first people. You put it live. Put it live to this huge audience. This person sees the ad, he looks at the video, and sees from a video he sees like 7.78 seconds. And then keeps on scrolling. So the algorithm learns, okay, there was some interest in the shoe because the person looked at the video for quite a while, but then in the end, didn't click on it, didn't buy it. Okay, so they give it half a data point. Now they show it randomly through the audience now. Show it to this person, let's say this guy in Paris. He fully ignores the ad, sees the ad, keeps on scrolling. That's perfect, because again, the algorithm keeps on learning. Okay, but there's no interest in this audience, in this part. This person sees the ad, he loves the video, loves the product, because he can see the product very nice, with white background, clicks on it, and actually goes and buy it. So he goes, add to cart, goes to purchase. On the thank you page, where you actually say thank you for your purchase, the pixel triggers, sends back to Facebook, this person bought. So Facebook knows, okay, that's a winning data point. All right, so now this happens thousands of times. So this person here fully ignores us, this person buys, this person ends up buying, this person fully ignores us, this person buys, and so on. Okay? So now Facebook, what they do is like they shrink the audience down for you. No? So this happens every time in all your ads, even if you don't know how this can work. Like you didn't, maybe some of you didn't know this. It already happened in all your accounts. So every time when Facebook can do it, they shrink down your audience, and they find the winning segmentation of audience, which in this case would be 410,000 people. Okay? And now we target only these 410,000 people. And how can we do this so good? So what we know, so what you all know that you can download the data Facebook has about you, I guess. Okay? So in my case, I did it, of course. So for me, Facebook has 12.75 gigabytes of text data. So it's just a text file with 12.75 gigabytes. So I'm a heavy user, so most of you maybe have like 5 to 8 gigabytes of data, but this is still 5 to 8 gigabytes of pure text data. Okay? So they know a lot about your behavior, and they know for sure how much money you spend online. Okay? So because all the big sites have a pixel on it, so Facebook knows 98% of your online purchases. So they know exactly who spends a lot, who doesn't buy a lot, and so on. So when these people buy, they scan this whole, let's say 8 gigabytes, and they find things they have in common. And out of these, they build a targeting for you. And this is of course way smarter than if you say, okay, I know my customers and you do all the segmentation. It's much better to let Facebook do all the scanning, because none of us can even go through one file of 8 gigabytes, let alone thousands of them. Okay? So that's the first part. I'm sorry, we cannot do questions right now, but later I'm happy to answer all the questions. I will do questions now, but for the time flow, we want to have time.
Just one thing, is this a reach advertisement, or is it?
This is true for all, for conversion, for reach, app installs. This is true for all. All right. So now let's come to the next point. Okay. The next point, what I want to show you with, so this is the first thing, what we learned is like, try really broad targeting. For me right now is the best targeting there is broad targeting. The next thing is, that was the last time I went to Facebook. This is super recently, so they just changed the algorithm again. So this one is true since the last 3 years, and they haven't changed it. And what I'm going to show you next is like 4 or 5 weeks old. Okay, so this is really new in how to use best the algorithm. So if any of you is doing Google ads, is it important to be on page 1 or on page 7, or it doesn't matter? It's important, no? Yeah. Okay. So what do you think on Facebook? So on Google, they tell you the rank that you have. When you want to be ranked 1 or 2 or 3, okay? As page 7, you might as well not even do the ad. We all agree on that. So on Facebook, we have a news feed, okay? So there's the news feed. The first thing you always see when you open Facebook or Instagram, you always see the first thing is always a post of a friend of you, always. Second thing, for most of you, the algorithm works differently for everyone. For most of you, the second thing will be an ad already. Then you have 5 more posts from friends, and so on. And then you have ads again. Another ad, and so on. So this is ad number 1, ad number 2, ad number 17, for example. Do you think it's important to be here, or it doesn't matter?
Very important.
Okay. So it's very important where you are. And for people who are already doing Facebook ads and are very advanced, is it possible to see where you're ranked? This is crazy, no? They give us like 140 metrics, and this metric they don't give us. They never show you where we are ranked on average. They don't want to tell you, okay? So we don't know where you're ranked. But it's very true that the click-through rate, so the CTR, is way better here, okay? So they tell me this, like, it's way better to be first. It's also logical. When you come into an app and you just click on it, and because you're bored, you're also likely to go away again. But once you stay, like sometimes I have these Instagram sessions where I'm like bored and I'm like 20 minutes scrolling through everything. If I ignored the last 25 ads, what are the chances I'm going to click on your ad number 26? If I ignore 25 companies who hire people, pay them high money to make very cool ads, okay? It's not very likely. So it really pays off to be ranked first, okay? So now the next 5-6 minutes are going to be, how can I make it to be ranked first here? Because, so you have way lower. When you're here, you get way lower click-through rates. And if you get lower click-through rates, what does Facebook? They actually punish you by bringing you even lower, okay? So it's very important to start your ad and be first. So let's go back to the slides. So here, the seven factors how you can influence it and be ranked higher, okay? What's the first factor? The first factor is the click-through rate. So, as I was showing you, normally you start on position 5. And then if your ad is, you made a super cool ad, like the one I showed you before with a vertical image, 3 things, it's with good chances that people are actually going to click more on your ad and you get a good click-through rate. So 100 people see the ad, let's say 4 of them click on it, so 4% click-through rate, then Facebook would actually rank you higher. Why do they do this? So Facebook, what they care the most about is probably along other things is money, but what they care a lot about is to make people happy in the app, okay? So Facebook measures this of how long you stay in the app. And that's why they want to show you relevant content from your friends, and they want to show you ads that you actually like. So when sometimes one day I was helping a bank, it's very hard for a bank to make ads that are relevant and cool, okay? So normally banks, they end up paying a premium because Facebook is like, your ads are so boring and people don't like seeing your ads, okay? So if you want to show your ads, we're gonna charge you double, you're gonna get a very much higher CPM, okay? Because you're actually ruining the experience for the user. Whereas one day there was like a company selling clothes for going to mountains and made very cool videos of a guy on a snowboard doing a double backflip on a Facebook ad. This got a click-through rate of 12%. So Facebook like, okay, this is the content people come to Facebook for. So we love that. So of course we're gonna charge you lower CPMs. Okay, so CPM is the cost per 1,000 clicks. So it's very important to get good content. So first thing is, make sure you have content and Andrea is gonna present a lot about this, of how to have cool videos. So pay good attention there. But if you have this, you can actually move up and down on the ranking, okay? So the CTR that you get is the first thing. But the second thing that influences is actually time, all right? And there's a big reason why I made this clock and it puts on 5 a.m., okay? So the best way, and we've been testing it, so in Meller we have 30,000 ads and 3,500 A/B tests, so we really test everything. And what we know to be true now, because we also luckily verified with our account manager, the best thing to make sure to get your ad starting at 1, because you want to have your ad starting at 1, is to put it live at 5 a.m. Okay? Why is it good to start at 1? If you're high, even if your ad is not the best, when you start here, you have very good chances that people click on it still, and if you have a good CTR, you stay actually on the top. Why is it 5? Next thing, why is it 5 a.m.? Why is 5 a.m. the magic time? So again, comes very close to money. Facebook loves money, okay? When you put your ad live, they want to try to spend your whole budget on the same day, okay? That happens to all of you. If you put your ad live at 5 a.m., so if you put your ad live at 9 a.m., they were like, okay, we only lost 9 hours of the day. We cannot spend the whole budget anymore. Okay, it's too late in the day. We'll spend half. At 5 is the last moment when Facebook still thinks, okay, actually we can spend the full budget. But for them to make sure that they can spend all of it for sure, they put you first, okay? So putting your ad live at 5 a.m. is the best way to be put first, so they can make sure to spend all your money. By being put first, you get a good click-through rate and you stay up and people buy a lot of your products, okay? So it's like, it's not gonna solve every problem you have, but this is the best way to start at 5 a.m. Who wants to wake up at 5 a.m. every day? Okay, some people do, I'm not. So of course you can program it. So I make the ads in the afternoon and I tell Facebook, put this live the next day at 5 a.m. When I'm sleeping, my ad should go live, okay? All right, perfect. So time, really put it live at 5 a.m. It's gonna help you a lot. Second thing is of course the bid that you give to Facebook. So sometimes when you're doing very bad and you're ranked very bad, but you really want this ad to go higher, what you can do is you can just make a manual bid and increase the bid, which should put you higher. In this case, with a strategy that can be done, I recommend against it, so it works, but I don't like it. For me, I actually prefer to turning the ad off and putting it back live again with a fresh ad to get better chances, because history is also very important. We're gonna come to this now. So, next thing is history and quality score hugely influences your ad performance. So Facebook looks a lot on the history of your ad account and of your business manager and of all your campaigns. So they look how it's been performing in the past. In Mela we had this one very, very big problem that we had an employee that was not so good, that was doing the ads in Chile. Okay, and they got very bad performance. And then a good person took over there and still couldn't get the performance up. Because Facebook has noted, okay, this has bad performance, and they ranked us low. So for us to change this history, we actually had to make a new ad account, all right? So, and they check history also on your Facebook page, on your ad account, on all these levels. So make sure that if something wasn't working in the past, maybe make a new one. Even your business manager sometimes can solve a lot of problems. It's a bit of work, but it solves a lot of problems. The next thing, and this Facebook hates it, that we know it, like last time we had a call and I mentioned, what's our quality score? And they were like, you're not supposed to know this, okay? So they hate. There's something that most things I teach you, they will be happy I teach you. This they hate when I teach it. But yeah, we want to help. So Facebook rates your ads, of course, from 1 to 10, relevant score. All of us know this, I guess. What we don't know is Facebook actually also ranks our business from 1 to 10. So they rank our business, the quality score, they rank our ad sets, they rank our campaigns, they rank our page. All of this is getting ranked at always at different levels from 1 to 10. Especially business is very important. So if you sell a product, what Facebook's going to do, they're going to buy a couple of products, and then they're going to write your customer support, your product is not good, I want to send it back. And if then you make it easy for them to get it back, they're going to rank you high because you treat the customer good. But if in this case you tell it no, it's not, like you have to keep it, and you don't behave good to the customer, Facebook's going to rank you like three or four lowest down. Okay, so you really want to be careful there. And of course, they also rank your page, they rank your website. So Facebook, the way to rank your website, they look how long the traffic stays on your site and how many URL changes they make. So if you have a very high bounce rate, Facebook knows it. All right, and you want to avoid this. One trick here is actually to tell the pixel to load after 0.68 seconds. People who wanted to bounce, they already have bounced. So when the pixel loads, people don't bounce anymore, and Facebook is like, wow, Meta has a bounce rate of 10%. What an amazing company! And they give you more traffic at a better price because they know traffic is happy on your page. So knowing the algorithm actually helps a lot to then change your behavior of how you engage with it. So yeah, when you have a account manager, next time ask him, maybe buy him a bottle of whiskey and ask them what's my quality score. And if you're low, try to make changes. Because when you have you're rated from 1 to 10, every company. The next thing is the creative type that plays a big role of how your ad's performing. So this is how Facebook wants your ad. He wants your ads to look like. That's what they plan. So they plan, this is the Facebook plan in the US, of how much video ads they want, how much image ads. So for this year, 2019, in the US, Facebook wishes to have 67% video ads, 22% image ads, and this is carousel ads and link ads, okay? So most companies now, what you have to know, especially in Europe, we are a bit below this, we are behind this a little bit. There are more companies doing image ads than video ads. So we have, let's say, we have 5,000 companies competing here for the small part of a pie, and we have 3,000 companies competing for all this big part of a pie. So obviously, who is paying less in TPM? The video, okay? So really play around with this. And this is another thing why it could work really well to upload this image like I showed you with video and image, because Facebook ranks you here, but you can still show your amazing images that you made and that you prepared earlier. That's another trick that helped us a lot. All right, let's come to the last two. Engagement. So engagement, of course, really helps to get you higher. So Facebook measures negative engagement. If someone clicks on here and says this ad is spam or whatever, that's really bad for you, it really hurts you and pushes you down. Whereas some people, of course, comment. This one is buried here, but 20,000 comments. Of course, this really helps to push your ad higher. Plus, the second thing, people really trust it. So if a customer doesn't know your brand, Nike they know, but Meta they don't know. So us, it really helps us to have an ad with 10,000 likes because people right away trust us a lot. Okay? And for this to make it actually, because we normally work with 10,000 of ad sets. And if you have 10,000 of ad sets, we'll have 1 or 2 likes in every ad. For us to avoid this, we actually share the ad ID. Who of you knows how to do this? Perfect, like 10 people? Okay, so for the rest of you, it helps you, all of you do it? Good. So for the rest of you, maybe this is the first time, maybe you should take pictures. So here, what you have to do, you have to go to page posts and get this number here. You get the ad number, maybe take pictures of this. All right, and then this number, when you make a new ad, here it says create new ad, you say use existing post, and actually below there you find a line to fill in this number, and you put this number in there. And then you share, even you have different audiences, different targetings, you share all social proof, which helps a ton. And this is done, most companies don't know this, like even big companies, they forget they should do that, and it helps a lot. So I hope all of this is going to help you a lot in the next days. The last thing here is of course the budget. And again here, Facebook made a small error. They'll probably change it in the next 5-6 months, but until they don't change it, you can use it. So there's a big reason why I put €1 here. What you can do now, Facebook, they made an error. When you go down in budget, they don't measure how much you go down. But the algorithm tells Facebook, okay, the customer is not happy, you know? So like, when let's say we are ranked in 17th position, and we don't want to be ranked there. And now we have, when numbers are good, we are getting break-even numbers. And we have a budget of, let's say, €5,000 budget. What we just do is, we just go down by €1 per day. So we make it to 4,999. Just going down by €1, Facebook gets an alarm. They are spending less money because they don't measure how much you go down. They will probably change this soon, but right now there's a big error they make. So we just do it every day. We annoy the algorithm every day. Every day I go in and they're like -€1, -€1, -€1. We're still spending the same, but the algorithm is getting worried and pushes us higher. Okay? So the worst thing you can do here is to leave ads running how they are and not touching the budget. That's the worst thing you can do. But Facebook is like, okay, if you give them good performance, bad performance, they don't change the budget anyway. Why should we rank them high? Facebook ranks people high who decreases budgets to get them to spend more again, or they rank you high if you show that you can spend a lot of money in a fast time. So if you show the algorithm for good performance, we actually spend 4 times more right away. They love that also. So then they're like, okay, these people react to us. If you give them good numbers, they give us 4 times more money, you know? So that's also something that they really react to. And if it's profitable for you, you're happy to do that. So this is we call it the surfing method. The surfing method is basically pushing the budget up very fast. So if we want to scale, so we have an ad where we're actually making good money. So let's say ROAS, return on ad spend, is 5. So €1 we spend brings us back €5. So let's say we spend 10,000, we get back €50,000. So we want to scale it, of course. So now, the best way for me is check the good weekdays. And Monday or Tuesday are our best weekdays. And so we go at 10:30, we double the budget. Okay? So Mondays at 10:30, we actually double the budget from, let's say it was 5,000 to 10,000. And then we actually, on the same day, at 1 o'clock, we doubled it again. So we make this massive push, and we tell Facebook, okay, we're actually able to go 4 times the budget we had before on this one ad set. And that's something that for us also is working like crazy good. So when you push it, you can even do it with a €10 budget. No, you have a €10 budget per ad set, push it to 20 and then to 40, but within a couple of hours on the very same day. That works crazy good for us. So for me, that's a good way of scaling. One of the last, I'm nearly finished for today. One of the last things that I highly recommend you, but it's becoming really hot right now, is I'm working a very small budget. So for us, even if we spend like 15,000, 20,000 euros per day, it's actually good to sometimes divide it on very small budgets. So here, what we do, that's the last one. Okay, I'll just explain it. It's easy. So before we had a budget of 100 euros per ad set. Let's assume that. Now, what actually, and this goes against everything that Facebook advises you. So they really want you to have a couple of ad sets with high budgets, so the algorithm can work best. That's the theory. Theory is good. In practice, for us, in this case, this works very good. So we actually duplicate this ad set with 100 euros in it, and now we say, make 100 duplicates, or you can go 90, 98 duplicates, because that's the maximum. And now we say put €1 per ad set, or 1.5 euros. We do it mostly with 1.5 euros per ad set. And we target fully the same people, fully the same ad. The ad has to of course share the ad ID, so that you get social proof among all. But you really turn off the one with 100, and you let them running 100 ad sets with 1.5 euros. And it works, we have tried it now with a lot of companies. In 80% of the cases, it outperformed the old one. So try this. And of course, now we're gonna come to campaign budget soon. In October, we're gonna change to a campaign budget. You can even do it on campaign level. Just make hundreds of campaigns with €1 per campaign, and you let this running. This is a very easy trick. It's gonna take you 10 minutes to do it tomorrow, and it should boost most of your numbers quite good. All right. So this goes against what Facebook recommends you, but it works. Okay, the last thing, and this is again just a slide for you to take pictures, because it took for me very long to find the perfect columns which I want to use. So I'm just sharing you my columns, but after 5 years of testing I found out they are for e-commerce, but they work also for most companies. And you can just adjust it a bit for your case. But these are the columns for everything that I need to measure. All right. If you have more questions later on the rooftop during beers, I'm very available to help you. Also, you can check out I have a podcast, a couple of podcasts. You can listen to them if you want. It's about Instagram marketing mostly. You can contact me on the Meetup page, of course, and on LinkedIn. And what I should also mention is I know currently like 25 companies, including this one and others, that are looking to hire very good people on Facebook ads. So right now it's a skill that few people have, and companies are really looking in for it like crazy. So if you feel like a change or something, send me your CV to this email, and I can connect you with these companies, because I know way too many companies who are dying to hire good people. Thank you for your attention.